Hi everyone. So me and my friend, we have been round and found all 25 of the bus stations, and I thought it'd be a good idea to do a video and just to show you the best ways that you can find them yourself, and they're actually not that hard to find once you find how they're placed. They're quite easily found. So what you can do is, on these, once you've got these bus stations, you can place down the bus stations anywhere you want, anywhere within your world. You can place in your bus station, and it will appear. There you go. Look on the left, and it will appear on your map as a number. When you collect them, they will be marked as a letter. So we're just going to destroy this one. I will show you a few things that you can actually do with these, with this bus station. When you're on it, you can view your entire map and select. I'll show you all the other bus stations that we've got in a minute. These are the ones that we've got on our Star Wars island. And what you can do is with the Star Wars island, you can't get all the way over unless you zoom in. So you just zoom in a little bit with right trigger, zoom out with left trigger, and use your left analog stick, and you can move around and you can select any one you want to on the map, or you can use the D-pad and you go through them like this and scroll through them. But I'm going to show you one thing that you can do is if we could go to the same one that we're at already. So if we select this one. So we're going to go from here to here. I want to show you a little thing that you can do with the glider that you get from the bus. And also, if you want to see me rebuild this, because of in a future, not in a video, but we'll be rebuilding that elevator on stream because it got broken at some point, so I need to rebuild it. So one thing you can do with this is it gives you a timer to jump out, and otherwise it will just throw you out automatically. So what we want to do is we want to jump out, and with this you cannot pull your glider out when you want. You have to go all the way to the ground. So we can hold the left trigger and we can dive down to move faster. Like I said, with this, it automatically pulls your glider out, which I don't like, because it means you have to glide all the way to the ground. But there is one good thing about this. Now, let's do this again. We'll select this one here, the number 4, which is where we're at. And you can run around and go and do whatever you want, but as soon as that timer runs down, you will get pulled through. You can't jump on to any of these things. I can access it, but I can't jump on it. I can't sit on it, because imagine that would be kind of cool. We pull up a car up into the rift. I'm sure somebody is going to find something to do, some kind of glitch with that. But yeah, well, the one thing I wanted to show you with this is if we jump out and if we get the glider to pull out here, and you could do this above the geysers, you know, the water chute things, or whatever you want to call them. But if we do this, and look, now we have infinite stamina. We have no stamina using this glider, and we can go as far as we want. If you was in the desert and you find water, and you came out above the desert, you could just go over all of the geysers with this glider and not have an issue with stamina. You can go as far as you want. Literally, you could. Now look how far we've gone. We've lost 0 stamina. And yeah, that elevator, it broke in there. Somehow it broke. It's not broken for the whole time, and then as soon as we put that bus stop over there, it disappeared. So I'm going to be rebuilding that in the future. So if you want to see me do that, I'll be doing that on a stream at some point. You should come in and visit me on some of my streams. We found all of the bus stops on the stream. which is on YouTube, so you could go through and see all of that. You can see how we went through and found them all, and the thought process on finding them. And here we are, we'll go on this geyser here. And look, we can just, you will be able to literally just go from geyser to geyser, over and over. But you do, finding out there, you do have to pull out your glider. So that's one way you can use the bus stops, and also finding them. Look how far away you can see that. That's the desert base, and as you can see the even in the daytime you can see them from very far away. I mean, look how far we are. It kind of pulses blue light. They're not hard to find at all. Like I said, your first one will be found outside your first base that you log in on. And remember to get your world owner to log in first. If you've already logged in, then log out, get your world owner to log in, and then you can log in, and then you'll be able to find all of the bus stations scattered around the map. If you don't do that, you will find 0 bus stations, and you'll just be searching for nothing for hours, like my friend did. He was searching for them for hours, and then it turned out that he's complaining, and then I got on, and then searching. We're going literally, searching all over here, all around the land, all of this open space here, like as you can see, all up here and everything, and we found nothing. And then the game kicked us out, and then I relogged, and then all of a sudden, though, I was luckily just standing I was standing meters away from a bus station. So obviously then it occurred to me that it's the world owner that needs to be logged in to find these bus stations. Okay, so make sure you've got your world owner logged in. So what you're going to do is, once you've got your first one, then you want to, if you're on the Star Wars Island, then you want to make your way over to the mainland. If you're already on the mainland, then that's fine. Find your first one, and then go left, right, or up and down. They're all basically within a grid. As you can see, these first 6, they basically make a grid. So find your first one, and then just go along a line, and then your next one will be somewhere within the area of that one, and then just keep going across. So let's say we found this one first. We went across this line, yeah, and as you can see, that's somewhat what we've done. So let's say we found this one here. We went across all the way over here, and then it wouldn't have been here. We would have been like, oh, we can't see it underneath us. So we look around, and you can see the blue light. It kind of pulsates a blue light, and you can see it very, very clear at night time from quite a distance as well. So from here we would have been able to see this one very easily. So we just look around. Probably best off wait until night time, and then you'll see, just look around, and then you'll see the next one. So you go over to the next one, and then obviously from there you'll just go across to the next one. Just put a marker down. They're all roughly the same distance apart from each other. I say roughly because it is a rough grid that they're on. You can do the same going up. You can go up, and then you'll see the next one, and yeah, they're all within a grid. They'll all be offset somewhat because of like hills and stuff. We have found there was none in the Frostlands. As you can see, there is a Frostlands here by the fact that it's a different shade. So this is Frostlands, and as you can see, we didn't find one there, and we also didn't find one in this Frostlands apart from here. So we placed our own on top of like a hill, on the top of a mountain. But as you can see, like I said, they're all in a grid, and we go up. There we are. Look, all within a grid. Not a perfect grid, but within somewhat of a grid. So if you just, and like I say, all within like vertically or horizontal of each other, so they'll all be within the same, along the same kind of line. And down here we did find one just here somewhere. Was it just there? Sorry, it was just here. We found one around here somewhere, and there was one around here somewhere, again on the grid, and there was one. So if we went from this one here, there was one just here somewhere, again on the grid of that one and the one that was further up. We had one over here, there was one here, there was one, no, there wasn't one there, there was one here, there was one here. So again, look, on the grid of all of these. So once you find the grid, find your first one. If you find your first random one, you'll find your others with ease. Just follow along vertically or horizontally, and you'll find them very easily. Honestly, you don't have to struggle for hours on end finding these. Just place down a map marker. So if mine was here, so if you can see like the distance they are apart from each other, the rough distance. So if I was gonna look for another one, I would be like, right, I found one here, I'm going to go over to about here, place down a map marker by clicking on the map, and then I'm going to go over to that area. Now I built, so it'll probably be like maybe probably about that distance apart, somewhere like that. Just rough it out, just give you a rough estimate, go over to that. And then just look around for it. Now I built just a small flying machine. Well, again, we did all this on stream, so I had built a flying machine and just flew around looking for them. And what I'm going to do is I'll go over and we'll actually, I'll show you as well from the sky at night time, just how easily you can see these from a distance. So we'll go get in our flying machine and I'll show you. It's just a little rudimental thing. So here's my crappy little flying machine. I just built it quickly on stream just so I could fly around, because they've added the new balloons where you can inflate and deflate to go up and down. So we're just messing around a little bit with that. So as you can see, there's our bus station, and you can see it's pulsating a blue light. And now you can see this quite well in the daytime. It's a lot easier to see it at night time. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until night time. I'm going to show you just how far you can see this and how bright it is at night. So let's just wait for night time. So here we are, we've waited for night time, and as you can see down here, it's so much brighter with the blue pulsating light. And I think you can even see the desert one from over here. There you go, it's on the left of the screen. Pulsating light over there as well. And there is also one over there at the snow base, to get a bit closer and see when it actually comes into view. And let's actually take that ping away. Just put that over there for a minute, because we'll see what the distance is. We'll let this all render it. There we are. So let's see how far we can actually see them from. So we'll put that at 200. So from 200 meters away you can see these bus stations, and that's quite a distance. I mean, look, we can probably not see the desert one anymore, but look how far away you can see them. So there's no excuse to not find them. Trust me, it's very easy. Like I said, find your first wild bus station, we'll call it, because it's not going to be the one that's your base. But as soon as you find your first one, then just go along a line, and then your next one will be within that area. Now you might get a bit unlucky with something like this one that we had, where they're very close together, but they're all roughly, as you can see, they're all in line with each other. Again, and along these lines, you'll find them very easily if you just follow the vertical and horizontal lines. Just put a rudimental map marker down, and you'll find them very easily. It doesn't have to be hard, trust me. You don't have to spend hours upon hours finding them. It will still take your time, but I would definitely build a flying machine somewhat like this, just something quickly to help you find them, because otherwise you're going to be spending a very long time trying to look for these bus stations and just making it harder for yourself. And yeah, it's really that easy to find them. If you enjoy these content, please, and you want to encourage me to do more content like this, please consider giving it a subscribe and a like, and sharing it around. And hope to see you in some of my streams.